Be aware that we're being recorded.
We are now being recorded.
There we go. There it's happening.
Hi,
Oh,
people.
boy.
Hey everybody.
Hello.
It's another week. We're preparing for episode 21 of Sonic Boom.
Oh boy, what an episode it was.
I still technically haven't seen it yet, so I'm going in blind again.
Why have you not seen
Okay.
it yet?
I don't know. I get a better feel for reviewing it when I go in blind rather than already seeing it.
You get a feel for me in it? What? Wait, what?
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 He's got a feeling. Ooh.
Just feeling
Said he gets a better feeling for reviewing it, but what?
Episode's gonna be.
Basically, if you watch it for the first time and you review it right there and then, you get. For me, it's better for me to express how I feel the first time round than it would be re-watching it and then re-explaining it.
That's actually. I mean, it's the two schools of thought. I mean, the ones. I mean, we tend to watch it through first, but that's mainly because we know. We know that there's lots of stuff that needs to be like hidden away, and sometimes like 2 or 3 viewings enables you to pick those out. At the same time, there is a lot of benefit to having your first thoughts and being spontaneous in that way. And
So we are a varied group of reviewers.
yeah, it's good actually that we've got
In that we have the token first impression.
Token first impression.
Token Tom. Is it?
Original character, do not steal.
Original character.
Is that Tom the Token or Token the Tom?
Attack on Token? What?
Are you
This is going so much.
Are you taking the Tom?
That's what I see. We're
Maybe.
attacking a
Why?
token.
Why have so Token Tom TT? Why have T versus T when you could just have TT?
Wait, so
Wait,
so
T
we've got
versus TT.
T versus TT.
No, like instead of T versus T, you just have TT.
I'm now very concerned about the Isle of Man TTs. Because is this some sort of Gogaba style gang that live on the Isle of
Tanner
Man
out.
then are just all Tom?
What is happening to Tanner?
He's in Canada.
Phased out.
He,
Tanner has been-
you have reminded me. We have to of course address this immediately.
He's Canadian.
Tanner
Let's
can
see.
now watch things.
Tanner can now watch things because Canada, as we talked about last week on the post show, probably more than anything, which you all should watch by the way because it's really funny. Canada this week got Sonic Boom
In French.
in French. As such, we may need to address this because suddenly we may have a lot of people joining who speak French. So unfortunately, I've got to ask you all to speak French for the rest of the pre-show.
Oh, I'm speaking of French.
So, bonjour, je m'appelle Kevin et bienvenue aux Commentaries de Sonic Boom et un bonjour spécial à tout le monde du Canada qui obtient maintenant pour profiter de la série sur la télévision en français. Lors de l'émission d'aujourd'hui, nous avons Tom, Donnie,
Bonjour. Oh, bonjour.
Donnie,
Oui.
Silencio, Donnie, et
I don't
Kat.
know.
What's the French for a face palm?
La face bomb.
I don't think that's quite
We will now continue the rest of this en anglais. So,
Can we just have hors d'oeuvres or something? I don't know.
hors d'oeuvre. This is your hors d'oeuvre. This is your hors d'oeuvres before we have the actual episode commentary itself. However, it's not just Canada that got the episode today because there's actually more countries that got them. Now, Donnie, you were saying before we started recording, countries in South America.
which means it.
The entirety, pretty much all of Latin America, is getting a dub of Sonic Boom, and based on
Suddenly, unannounced.
no, it was one of the cast members for the dub announced this.
They're relying on the cast members tweeting stuff for people to find it.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's reached that point where we don't even know anymore. We have to rely on outside sources to get...
Speaking of, whilst we were sort of keeping an eye on Sonic Boom things after the episode aired on what would be the East Coast, I came across somebody's little blog, just sort of vidlog. So hello to Sonic Mesa 1, in the very unlikelihood that she's actually listening to this, and because thanks to her, we also now know that it is being shown in the Philippines today.
Oh yeah, I believe I've heard about the Philippines airing Boom. I did an article on that last week for TCC, actually.
So they appear to be getting on it, then.
Yeah, they're kind of...
slowly after 6 months.
And after we mention it.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way: a week or two ago, maybe a week ago, we only had America and France. What the hell happened in the past week?
Well, it's like
Internet happened.
suddenly
We complained about it.
And
we
suddenly we
complained about
got...
it for 6 months.
Suddenly we complained about it further.
I don't think we should claim credit for the fact that all these countries are suddenly getting Sonic Boom, but we may do, depending on how things go.
I have done.
You have that, okay. So we've got Latin America to be confirmed as to which countries. Really?
Mexico, the Caribbean, and all of South America, pretty much.
No, I really want to hear a Sonic Caribbean Sonic.
Well, you can always just look up 90s Knuckles, considering he was supposed to be from Jamaica.
You mean I'm talking about Sonic Underground? No, thank you.
What was the...
Yeah, man.
What was the... did you actually listen to the clip? Tanner put up like a video clip on the Sonic Show Facebook page of what would be episode 1 in French.
Yeah, about that. He's very far behind, isn't he?
Well, that's the thing, because they've got to start from the beginning, haven't they? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was. I quite liked French Eggman. Actually,
What we could hear of him.
What we could hear of him is...
What I could hear, I liked the sound of, but I think I need a clip of actual quality.
Sonic, I'm not so sure on, to be honest. Sonic sort of like, hey. It was sort of very strange, is what I will call it. But yeah, check it out if you're wondering what it sounds like. Go to facebook.com/The Sonic Show. Unless there's anything in it, it's just there's no underscores or anything. It's just facebook.com/Sonic Show, and there's a little clip up there.
Speaking of Sonic in French, makes me want to boot up Sonic Generations now and just switch the language to French.
Oh yes, of course, because they did all the various languages.
Because I actually have various dubs of a Sonic game legally.
All those things.
It makes me happy.
I
just switched him to Italian at some point, and I think I never turned back. So I've got to just I have other options. Italian Sonic's fun.
It makes me remember the time when I played Mario Party 3 back on the N64, and then for some reason my cartridge glitched, corrupted, and it only played it in Spanish, and I couldn't understand a word it meant because I was only like 9 at the time, I think.
There are worse languages to accidentally switch to than Spanish, really.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Could have been French.
Oh, you should be able to figure out French. You'd be able to figure out French.
Sorry.
It's what you something that's. I think that probably German would have been a lot worse, just because of the sheer difference.
No, I don't mind German.
Speaking a Germanic language.
The thing is, I can handle German fine. It's just French was force fed down my throat so often. That's my dislike to it. It's like, ugh. And besides, the German version just sounds so aggressive. It's just so funny. It can be so casual.
To explain to our American listeners / watchers, in the UK, it's very specifically part of the curriculum when you're it's like 10, 11, that you will do like at least 1 year as like an introduction to French, and then when you go on from what we call primary school onto secondary school, you'll then at some point end up doing a language as part of your further education, and then you'll pick. So it's usually between French and something else. Usually German, sometimes Spanish. It depends.
My secondary school did French and Spanish lessons.
There we go.
And I took the Spanish to SATs, and then I gave up on languages entirely.
Hola, señorita.
I just.
Did you just? No.
That's Spanish. That's Spanish, not French.
No, Lolita.
Lolita.
Well, she's not.
You said señorita.
Tom, how do you foreign?
Mr. Mr. Lolita.
And I took Italian extracurricularly, and that's a word that I can't say. And now I can't remember a word of it, but I took it for years.
I got a rock.
Well, is it difficult speaking?
Good old rock, nothing beats that.
Is it difficult to speak rock?
Kind of.
It doesn't matter if it's difficult to speak rock.
Because only the Rock can speak rock.
I speak pinball. That's all I know.
You can
On
speak
behalf
rock. It
of
involves
the
a lot of eyebrow
millions
movements.
and millions of rock speakers out there. Oh boy.
It makes me think back to ages ago when I used to do acting stuff. I had to be shipped over. What was I saying? I went over to Prague for a week to do filming for an advertising.
It was bundled up into a crate with some, packing polystyrene.
This is how everybody
do not
gets
open till
transported.
destination. But basically, it was for advertising codec camera printers, where you put the SD card in and you can print your pictures.
Oh, those.
Yeah, back in the day. So what I had to do was, in the middle of the mountains, early in the morning, which was freezing cold, I had to be in a swimming pool, banging on a big bit of glass, and saying "let me out" in English, French, German, Spanish, and Italian.
Sounds
And out of
relaxing.
all of them, the only one I can remember is the German one, just because of how, like I said a minute ago, it's just how aggressive it is. It's just so humorous.
Okay, screaming German at us.
Oh boy.
Moving right along.
What is even going on? I don't.
Well, we were
Orient
talking about
classes.
Boom, and then Tom was trapped in a swimming pool under glass. Was what I was just.
Just like you cannot get out unless you swim.
Swim.
But I
Wait.
need to get out.
So wait.
Just
Are we
keep swimming.
region locked now?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh no.
Yeah, Tom is Region 0.
I'm everything. I'm nothing. I'm now the Schrödinger of regions.
Is
Am
Tom
I?
on the podcast? Is he not? I don't know. Let's just find out.
Region nothing.
So,
Is this a boom or not boom?
That's just a question.
speaking of Boom, of course, we
Yeah,
did
because that's
have
kind of a thing.
we have some Freiberger's feedback, but not from last episode. Well, technically from last episode, but from the episode before that. Because we had this ongoing question about whether or not there was a plan for episode 19, where Sonic is moving about for some reason caused massive noises as he ran and deafened everybody and things like that. Bill Freiberger, co-executive producer of Sonic Boom, has again come to our rescue with an answer. So he said, we thought about how Eggman's plan would work. It involved equipping his flying camera flies, because you remember those from previous episodes, with speakers, and then sending them out all over the island, and every time the cameras saw Sonic running, they would blast the unpleasant sound, causing everyone to cringe. Since this expedition was dry, unfunny, and not needed to understand the story, we opted instead to make fun of the trope where villains explain their plan. So we went for the joke about Eggman preparing a complex PowerPoint-type presentation and Amy not caring about the explanation and destroying Eggman's projector.
So basically, Sonic was spied on the entire time.
So there we go. There we go. That is what caused that.
Yeah, I think I said something similar to that during the call, but I don't know.
Are you secretly working with Bill Freiberger?
No.
Kat, do you
I
know,
wish I had a job, though.
Oh.
Kat, do you know when the musical episode is?
What?
Do you know when the musical episode is happening?
Cat is the musical episode.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I am the musical episode in human form. To air the music episode, you'll have to release it from this fleshy prison.
So
Possibly by human sacrifice.
so you're a pizza man who juggles and sings? No, okay.
Well, I do like pizza.
Hmm.
And I do sing, but I cannot juggle.
I can't think of a single one who doesn't.
My juggling power is sealed!
Your juggling power is sealed.
I thought
Yes.
you were
Oh, no.
juggling a bunch of seals for a second there. I was like, what?
I get the feeling somebody's going to trigger a trap card again or something. We're going to go step back onto Yu-Gi-Oh! As we always tend to do, it seems.
Let me throw down the face down. And then my
There
turn.
we go.
There we go.
It
This
happened.
wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that I did like 18 months working on Yu-Gi-Oh! As well as having worked on Sonic. So it's just like everything's just like merging together in my mind as some sort of hideous,
Wow.
hideous creation.
All I know is this much. From what Bill said, it definitely sounds to me like whenever they don't include something like for episode 20, when people were confused about how the ending was supposed to work and all. More likely, if judging from what Bill's saying, they tend to include something if they can see humor out of it.
Yeah,
But
it's a good thing from obviously from the show's point of view.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of it.
It's nice that we've got the opportunity to actually ask these things though, so that it's.
Yeah.
Again, for want of a DVD set. By the way, Sonic X DVD is apparently coming for a complete series. Wait and see what happens with that.
Wait, you.
Oh, yeah, that's the
actual
thing.
Sonic X complete series is finally coming out.
Complete. Probably
There's
not
a
to the
distributor
UK.
that's got Sonic X. It's got Lupin vs. Conan, which I'm invested in, and releasing the stuff to America where I cannot buy it.
I was going to say, because in the UK, Sonic Boom wise, we got to episode 8 of Sonic Boom, Sonic's X. And then
We
never got any more.
got a couple of very crappy, like one or
First season.
two episode DVDs.
I have those.
Oh no, I've got one. I've got them in my drawer next to me.
Well, I have two of
So
them.
what happened to your review, Kevin, by the way?
Yeah,
Open the second one.
Waiting till I'm moving to my own place where I can actually record, because I can't actually record here.
Okay.
But it's not been forgotten, and I still have the footage that was shot last year with me and Jamie.
Ooh.
So it is not forgotten. It is still on. It is still on to be recorded. This Sonic X.
I need to
review.
shoot new footage, really,
Well, I don't need to shoot new footage because
because that footage was taken ages ago, and then you'll have to put some kind of horrible time skip into the video.
Yeah. This is how the review begins. the original footage.
well, I
Transition.
did actually mention the other when we had Bill on. Actually, something that I was going to address in that, which was about how the producer didn't know anything about Sonic, and then decided that it would be in the best interest of the show not to find out. Thus, giving the great the fact that if you're doing an adaptation of stuff,
If you're doing adaptation,
And
you
you're-
should probably know about the thing
Yeah.
that you're adapting.
yeah, and it's like, and for some reason they didn't think it was worth doing, which was like. but anyway, as opposed to the Boom team who actually have prior knowledge anyway, because they're
But in any case, the Sonic X dub was run by the company that was headed by Al Khan. So we probably would not be surprised about deciding that knowing something is
Half the battle.
not an option.
Knowing is half the battle, and therefore is not worth
Knowing
doing
is
at all.
optional is what it
Yeah,
is.
pretty much. Right. We have some people to learn about.
Oh.
You'll be pleased to know. Namely that we have a new writing duo for Sonic Boom.
Dun 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 dun!
And it is a duo, a very specific duo, so specific that they have their own Wikipedia page.
Well then.
So it's I'm probably going to get the spell of the surname wrong, so please feel free to correct me in the comments as you would do anyway. Tim Mayle and Douglas Tuber.
Ooh.
American television writing and producing duo. So their credits are as follows. Consulting producers on Jessie. Don't know. Famous Five on the Case. Writers and executive, sort of creative producers. 28 episodes of that. Darcy's Wild Life. Creators, writers, executive producers. Phil of the Future.
Oh, I've heard of Phil in the Future.
They are the creators, the writers, the executive producers.
Well then.
One that probably everyone's heard of, which is Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
There were writers on that.
Writers, exec
27
producers,
episodes.
consulting producers, 37 episodes already. A Family Affair. It's a family affair.
I think I've heard of Family Affair. Yeah.
I think there's several shows called Family Affair. I'm not sure which one this is. Exec producers on that. Smart Guy. They were the writers and 6 producers on that. So we went to the 90s now. Life's Work. Again, writers and producers. All American Girl. Writers, producers, 16 episodes. Herman's Head. Writers for that. Whoops. Writers for 1 episode of Whoops.
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 Whoopsies.
And then
Post-apocalyptic sitcom. What?
What?
Oh.
is it really?
It is, and TV Guide named it the 42nd worst television show of all time.
Ah.
Which is a pity, because
Don't worry. This
how could you go wrong with a post-apocalyptic sitcom, except when you have to inevitably get into how the apocalypse happened?
Well, have you heard the story of the birds and the bees? It all starts from there, and it just went horribly downhill.
Well, you say that about.
Do you want this? That's the story of humanity. So,
You're saying that though, but it's about a post-apocalyptic, funny thing. But isn't that what Adventure Time is?
yes.
They're not supposed to know.
But imagine one without magic
Well, I'm trying.
Or ice.
and without talking.
Bear in mind, I don't like Adventure Time.
Finally, someone who doesn't like Adventure Time as well.
Oh, no, I don't like Adventure Time. I don't see the point in it at all, and I found it terrible when I watched it.
Sorry, it's just I've never come across anyone else who doesn't like it, so it's such a relief.
Oh my God, Tom!
Everyone's just like, oh
Someone
my God,
else.
it's the best thing since sliced bread. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. You can't take 2 pieces of Adventure Time and stick some cheese in there. What are you talking about?
Generally, you can't do that to anything else except just bread. Just
Surely
bread.
you can do it with Gravity Falls.
Television programs aren't edible.
Why are you sticking 2 pieces of Gravity Falls together? Don't do that.
That would be like a Gravity Falls conspiracy theory that it turned out the entire show was just a loaf of bread.
That is probably a legitimate theory.
What if the entire episode? What if
We have
every
reached
series
that
of Gravity
point.
Falls was actually just a loaf of bread sliced up by one of the main characters in a
That's been
different
mold-
universe?
That's just moulded over time.
It's just a loaf of bread being sliced by the creator. And that's the ending.
But the last one, they were the writers of 3 episodes of Salute Your Shorts.
Ooh.
Yeah, not
First question, what the heck is Salute Your Shorts?
Salute Your Shorts. Salute Your Shorts is a Nickelodeon show from the 90s.
Very heavily American based, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a show
Live
with
action?
kids at summer camp. Yeah, it's live action.
Oh, so basically, the two writers, for this episode, is it, or is it they're just new to the series?
I'm concerned that the names of one of the characters is Kevin Lee, whose nickname is Ugg.
Oh dear.
Kevin Ugg Lee.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Ah.
that's it.
What the
Yep.
hell? I'm also... What the... Why are the characters nicknamed Donkey Lips?
what?
Yeah, about that.
I'm kind of expecting to see a kid with
I'm
just a
just
donkey.
moving away from this now. This show. Yes, but yes, these are the guys behind today's episode of Sonic Boom. Don't worry, based on some of those, this episode's actually not bad at all. In fact, we have some funny Knuckles in it.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, like at the very start, like not even a minute into the episode, and I was already laughing hard.
Yeah, that's you're pleased to know we get plenty of funny, legitimately funny Knuckles.
Yeah, like, I was not expecting to laugh that hard. That is the quickest I think I've had a laugh in a Sonic Boom episode so far.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Right. So, apart from that, I think we might be ready to start, Everyone got their episode up.
Is it the one in the link?
It is the one in the link from the place.
No, that's last week's.
Curses!
And it's in French.
And it's in French.
Ah, sucker
But don't worry, it has subtitles.
it's just
It has
subtitles,
subtitles
it's just-
though. In Turkish.
Turkish. Well, going on this whole foreign theme
Well,
we've been
I found
having so
another
far.
German summer thing I like. It's time to learn German.
Das mir gut gesagt, Kansa.
I mean, going on this, this theme we've been having with foreign languages. So
Du hast nicht. Du hast.
Du hast nicht.
Du hast mich gebracht.
I love how we've gone to Rammstein already.
Yeah, this went straight to Ramstein.
I don't want to listen to that. Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, excellent. Well, dude, you should do it. It's Ramstein.
I do. It's just I've just got. I know, like
There's going to be
Firefly.
people. There's going to be people I know who will listen to this and go, "Wait, Kevin likes Ramstein," and it's like, yes, he does.
Fire Freiberger.
Fire, fry, bang, bang. Right. Let's. Oh, that's very close to Fire Freiberger. We want to keep him. He's good.
No, not in that sense. Wrong sense, wrong context. Keep Freiberger.
Yes.
like we
Anyways.
were saying,
Back to episode quickly before things get worse.
Sonic Boom, episode 21, Sleeping Giant.
oh boy, is it sleeping all
So
right.
everyone's got the link up, yeah?
Yep.
I have the link.
You have the link. Excellent. Excellent. This means that things can occur. Let's move very quickly before Sonic stares a hole into Donnie's soul as he does every week.
Yeah, he's doing it again.
Yeah.
It's-
Starting in 3, 2,
2.
1. Click.